Good morning, y'all. Good morning. It's another cold day in Atlanta. It just finished snowing yesterday. If you can see the mountain, still has snow on it. So today, it looked like it's snowing. I don't know if that's coming off like the top of things or it's actually still snowing because of the overcast. And somewhere right now, it is inclement weather. Um, but we are at Hyundai. Car is in this doing this thing on this main what's that? Maintenance, monthly maintenance. It's not a monthly maintenance, but it's definitely doing this thing with the maintenance people right now. I don't want to really sit inside of the store because um, I could be doing anything else. My appointment was at 12:15. It is not 12:15. It's a lot earlier. They decided to take me in a little early, so I could probably do anything else for the rest of the day. So I am taking advantage of that. But there's something I want to talk about with you guys before I forget, and I might jump back to it later on. But right now, I just want to get off the top of my head. The other day, I made a video, right? And I went to Academy, and I was like recording myself. You're What up, Janicia? And I was recording myself, and like one of the employees, I don't know if he was security, management, regular guy, but he comes to me and he's like, he doesn't want me to record myself in the store, in his store apparently. I don't know. And I stopped. I didn't want to be rude. I get it. Sometimes, you know, sometimes people just don't like to see people doing anything. So, I mean, yeah. So whatever. I stopped recording, and I was bothered, but I wasn't too bothered by it. And he comes back and he's like checking in on me, and he's like, "I'm a grown man." He's a grown man, and he's like, um, "Didn't I tell you to stop recording?" And I'm like, "So, I didn't really check him, but I did kind of." I'm like, "I stopped recording. What do you want me to do?" I was holding my phone like how I'm talking to you guys right now, and they were like, he was just like, "Oh, it looks like you're recording." I'm like, "I don't care what it looked like to you, but I'm not recording. Is it against your store policy to hold a phone like this? Is this a new thing now?" He walks off or whatever like that. But then it brings me to like my thought right now. That I'm going to share with you. It's like he was so full of it because now that I'm thinking about it, because I was driving, because it's been bothering me for a while now. Now I'm driving and I'm just like, hold on. If it really was that big of an issue, they have security. So he could have just said something to me, and then he felt like I wasn't obeying his rules, then he could have called the security, and the security would have came through and would have been like, "Oh, sir, we're having complaints that you're recording yourself in the store, and it's against our policy." And I would have told him the same exact thing that I told this gentleman, but the fact that he came and tried to check me by himself kind of made me think that maybe that he was just lying. Because if it was really that big a deal for store policy issue, then you would have just spoke with loss prevention or security. Because why would you want to put yourself in a line of fire for a company that you're just a 9 to 5 guy. You're not a chairman or anything like that. So it's like if this was a policy that you contributed to making, then it would have been personal to you. But the fact that you decided to come to me and tell me that I can't record in the store sort of makes me feel like it was a personal thing because a lot of people don't really like the whole like YouTube thing or recording yourself thing because they feel like world star or they might be doing something illegal or they just don't want to be seen on camera. So when they see you doing anything with a camera, um, it's like a personal blow, more or less. So it's the world we live in. Even though everyone does do it, and when you walk into a store, there's cameras everywhere. They're recording you. They don't really ask for your consent or your permission. They basically put you where on whatever. They can use the footage however they feel like. Mind you, to keep in mind, I'm using my cell phone now. This isn't like I took out a Canon, the route, or anything like that. That's a heavy, like with a mic or anything like that. It's just literally how I'm talking to you right now, mobilely. like on my phone is what I was doing. So it's not that it's the footprint really isn't that big. But this dude was in his feelings, and then so now I'm here. I'm at Hyundai, and I can go in there and record myself, but it's kind of a funny vibe because you never know how people are gonna receive it. Because I don't know, it's the world we live in, really. I don't know, like 'cause even like there's gonna be a lot of out of knows to this because I really don't know. A lot of folks will look at someone recording themselves, and it's a bold thing to do in retrospect. Like outward looking in, it's kind of vain, but at the same time, it's like, okay, what are you doing with that footage? And it doesn't have to do anything with the person observing you. It's just like, what are you doing with that service? Are that footage? Are you like making money off of it? Are you gonna make money off of making fun of someone? Because everybody want a piece of the pie. Everybody want to put their hand in the pie. So I don't really like to record in stores more or less now. Well, as of like the last 2 days, and I think maybe I gotta just build my what's the word I'm looking for, courage up to doing that again. But it was really traumatizing. I wish I could sue him because I felt like I was targeted specifically because he don't like black phones and black accessories. I don't know. He was, in fact, he was of the Caucasian variety, so he might have been dabbling in adults. Only young people honk horns when they don't get their way. Oh, it's cold out here. What's the temperature looking like? By the way, I'm walking with Siri, the assistant. I thought I didn't bring my knife, but I did. The Benchmade North Fork, my Smith and Wesson compact. I'm gonna get back to what I was saying earlier, but I've been thinking about a new EDC, and I'm really skeptical about buying another pistol that I'm not gonna really wear. I've been using the 380, and I didn't think that I would carry a 380, but in the summer it's fine, but in the winter it's just disgusting. It has no point. But oh, I really wish I was inside, and I drank some cold water because I'm a genius. So now I'm like freezing. It's like 2 bottles of cold water by the way. Oh, what I was saying though. Yeah, I'm thinking about a new EDC, and I kind of don't want to have a like a Smith and Wesson or a Glock, something a little exotic. But I don't really know what's out there. There's a shot show going on, and I'm hoping that something new will be coming out that I can use. But sorry about that. I have my doubts. All Glocks end up looking the same in the future. Like you already know what to expect. Same thing with Smith and Wesson. They kind of adopted that Smith and Wesson design that sort of copy. It's sort of like the Samsung and iPhone battle where these phones have a signature style that they go with, and you kind of have to like accept it. No one really does anything innovative anymore. So I was like, um, that Regulus is really nice because it came with a compact. It's a hammer, has a hammer, and a double single triple action situation, whatever they call it. It's not triple action. I forgot what they call it. I just didn't care. The guy said triple action. Skip was like triple action, so I was like triple action. But it's really not a triple action. It's more of a decocker. So yeah, I was thinking about that. It's so cold. I got to deal with this now because you never know what you're gonna get. It's just the world we live in. You never know what you're gonna get. I mean, okay, it's happened to me before too, but it never really phased me as much as this because I felt like the guy came back, and I don't know. It's so cold, and I just want to go inside, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't want to have to have any situations because they got my car. You know what I mean? And I don't want to do anything sus to the car when I get back in there because they take my name down. They be like, oh, all right, that was a guy that was a douchebag that kept on recording in the store. And next thing you know, I ain't got no brakes. So I don't want to bring my phone in there. And on top of that, this thing that I'm holding is straight metal or aluminum. I'm gonna go with metal, but it doesn't really matter. It's cold. I don't have on gloves. But I'm doing this for you because we need to talk about this. How do you deal with these creeps? Like people are weird now when they see you talking to your phone. I could have been doing a FaceTime. He didn't know what I was doing. But instead of minding his business and just doing his job, he decided that he had to say something because he don't know how this going. What if this was my last effort to like come out of a hole, or what if I was on a job interview or in a class or something like this? This dude didn't know what I was doing. He gonna come to me like that's like a baby boomer thing. Who says that anymore? You're not. We don't allow recording in the stores against store policy. Store policy in 2022 to not record yourself? Come on, money. That's crazy. I've never heard of that in my life. In 2022, where everyone's recording everything, you're telling me that there's a store policy somewhere that says there's no recording in our store. Like a what's this? It's like a retail store too. Like I'm stealing. I'm trying to like map the store so that I can commit a crime or something like that. I was it's like, dude, what if I was that into it, invested into actually stealing something from the store? The way that I'm holding this right now would be really obvious unless it was a distraction. I would like take the phone like this and then kind of keep it close so that I could record and sort of been incognito. In fact, better than that, I could have just took the phone off of this tripod and then held it in my hand, and then he couldn't say anything to me. But nowadays, people see you doing this. They have this theory, like even though everyone and their mama kind of watches some form of like vanity media, oh boy knew like he felt in his heart, like of hearts, maybe he felt like I'm making like buku cash because that's the thing right now. If you on YouTube or any type of media platform, people always assume you're making money because even though numbers don't equate to dollars, some people are just better at it than others, and they can make money hustling or whatever the case may be. So it's like I felt in his mind he just didn't like the fact that he was at work and I wasn't, and maybe he needed to validate himself by saying something. I'm gonna switch hands. Let's go. Because it'd be like that. I ain't gonna lie to you too. In my younger days, when I didn't know too much about YouTube or whatever the case may be, whatever you call these things, vanity media, I felt that way. I was like, this one out here making crazy cash. I mean, I wasn't broke or anything like that, but you just feel like it's kind of like I said, it takes a certain kind of character to kind of record themselves, especially publicly in like a public setting with people around them, because there's a lot of criticism that can follow that, just because people just don't like to see it, or what I mean, they feel some kind of way, or they might think you're like an ass, like you're mean because you feel because when I say vanity media, it's kind of they kind of think you're self-absorbed because you're recording yourself. They don't know what you're talking about, but the fact that you're recording yourself and doing stuff, they kind of feel some kind of way, you know. Sort of like how a lot of people feel about like TikTok, just like wow, TikTok is kind of weird, but that's only because I don't really do it. So it's like okay, how I'm um start busting out in a full flash mob, which is weird because I actually like flash mobs. But people just start dancing in the middle of the road, and a lot of people are just like bothered by that in their core, and that's kind of what we're dealing with right now with YouTube because anyone recording themselves, it kind of comes off weird. I wasn't mad at him, and I'll have the video, and I want to put it up. But I kind of don't want the company. I kind of don't want that attention from the company, nor do I want to send that narrative. Just like um, you know, because he was white and I'm black. I ain't gonna sit here in front. And so that stuff like that just comes off wrong because I showed it to my wife and she was like, "Oh, I came off real respectful and everything like that." The fact that he decided to circle back around though, that really got to me, man. I was like, "Bro, come on, you really trying to fish right now? You trying to create a stereotype? You could have just mind your business and just kept it moving." I obliged. You could have went about your life, but the fact that he felt he had to come back to me, a grown man, and say, "I thought I told you," I'm like, bro, like, you need to stop talking to me. You know what I mean? Me and you ain't friends. Me and you ain't equals. Like, don't talk to me. I don't know you. You at work. I'm shopping. Yo, you made a request. I obliged. Now, go on your way. Do your job. I don't even want to kind of go back there, but I am because I don't care that much. But it's something that, like I said, and especially, it was like a gun store. And it's like a two-way community. We have all these constitutional things that we want to support. Not we, meaning you and I, but like in general, like they say they're pro 2A or whatever the case may be. But if you're going to support one constitutional right, I think you should support like all the constitutional rights. You're a public store. I'm not going in the back where the employees work and recording information. I ain't violating nobody's privacy. Um, I don't see why some of these companies or some of these individuals who work at these companies have to take it upon themselves to sort of like regulate. I don't know. I don't know. It makes it really weird. It's because I'm already uncomfortable really sharing anything firearms with the world because I've been getting like weird comments under certain videos, especially like my gun videos. Like there's a lot of weirdos out there that says like there's a lot of people who support it. Don't get me wrong. It's not like I'm gonna stop, but I've been getting a lot of weird comments, and sometimes I make a mistake and I look at some of these profiles as children, like young children online that shouldn't even have an accounts with like YouTube or whatever, and they're actually like commenting and watching. So and then you can specifically identify your video as it's not made for children, and that children are still here absorbing this kind of information. So it gets really weird. But I ain't gonna stop doing the gun stuff. But it's the stuff you always gotta take into consideration. I don't know if I'm the only one. I'm probably the only one, or if I'm the only one that really cares. But it kind of gets to you because you never know who's watching. And now in real life too, you kind of gotta think about these things because you never know who's really watching you and what you're doing. And playing on my meds, that could be a problem. But we good now. We good now. So good. It's a first day, well, second day of the week. I got all my meds up, so I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I just wanted to share and check in with everyone, see how everything's going. I know they got shot show going on. Shout out to Santi. She was like, I mean, I knew what was going on, but she definitely was about like putting people on to like what's going on, who's going. It's snowing, so I was not interested. Anywhere it snows, I'm definitely not interested. And there, nor am I interested in traveling during snowstorms because I don't want to get stuck anywhere. Um, but it would be nice to go to Shot Show. Um, but part of me also don't really care about Shot Show because it's a lot of conceptual. It's sort of like when you went to the I used to go to the what they call them, the Jacob Javits Center, the car show at the Jacob Javits Center. It was nice, but most of the cars you saw, they would never really made them like mainline. So after a while, it gets redundant. Um, I don't know if they do that with guns, but I've never been to the shot show, so I don't know what they do. I don't know if it's just a regular gun show or like the grand ball of gun shows. So I also have no opinion about it, but definitely so cold. Definitely a thing. I would like to experience it though. I like to experience it, but I don't feel any way if I don't go. They got the Gundys coming out, and that's a thing. For some people, RDG got his what they call that, his award show too. That should be dope. But yeah, it's so cold. It's so cold. It literally feels like it's like 19 degrees out here. Oh, there was something else I need to say to you guys too. Oh man, oh I forgot. Brain fart, guys. Oh my gosh. And I was watching this guy watching me, and then I literally lost track of what I was gonna say. They were like walking. It was like he was trying to like rob me or something. I don't know, but it's like, what are you looking at, bro? Like you've never seen a cell phone before? Maybe it's the whole setup. I'm telling you, this whole setup that I carry is just kind of obnoxious, maybe. And people look at it and they come to their own conclusions. It's really weird. Dang. I said Shot Show. I said this weirdo at his job, the two-way stuff. Oh man, I don't know. What's in the comments? What's going on with you guys? Let's see. Nothing. Nothing at all. Cool. Totally cool with that. All right, let's get that off the screen. Oh man, how you guys dealing with the snow? I could have went to the range yesterday. Because I haven't been really feeling like up to myself, but I feel a lot better today. Or I was feeling a lot better, but now that I'm out here and it's cold, that might change. Um, but I was thinking about actually going to the range in the snow just to see what that felt like. Never done it, and was thinking about it today when I was driving. And I was like, it might be interesting to see how I perform in like cold weather. But if I'm using this as a scale, I'd probably be terrible. My hands are freezing. I'm too old for this kind of stuff. I can't be outside in this cold. So now I got to go to like Florida or something like that if it comes to crime because I can't be getting caught out there in the cold weather. My hands will be totally ghosted. Totally ghosted. It is freezing. It's freezing, and I'm just really just trying to kill time while they look at this vehicle. I was hoping that I could get in one of these vehicles, kind of see if I get one of these vehicles. Oh, it's so cold. I don't want no one to like. I don't want to get in a car and someone like try to talk to me, try to sell me a vehicle because that's just annoying. Two scan, right? Here's to hoping. It's close. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I should have a scarf. Oh, all right, forget it. Don't even matter anymore. It don't even matter anymore. It's so cold. Is that an Office Max? You know what? I think we're gonna walk to Office Max. Oh, but I don't know if I can record in there. Of course, anyway, what else is there going on? Oh, um, I know I got a couple of days left, so I'm thinking about Tennessee hard though. Between you and me, but I saw someone. I don't know. I forgot how many days it is. I just can't really deal with the Friday night, Saturday morning, which is the bulk of the event. So it's a weird situation to be in. I think I'm the only one really in this situation though, so I don't really expect anyone to do anything different. I don't expect anyone to do anything different because this situation seems to be unique to me. This was a restaurant or something. Oh man, I don't know. I really forgot, and now I gotta forget with you guys on too, like watching. It doesn't matter. Look, it's too cold, y'all. I'm gonna have to wrap this up. I'm probably gonna highlight y'all at the tail end of the week or something like that. Because right now I can't really feel my pinky finger. I can't even feel my hand. And yeah, I already know. I already broke it down how I felt about doing videos inside of these buildings these days. So I'm probably gonna just quit right here and then go inside and see how that works. Because it is cold as hell. All right. Hey, thank you for watching. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. And always free to comment down below. Let me know how you feel about it. And how much problems are you having with these stores these days and like recording yourself, if you record yourself, if anything, like on these streets. All right. So thank you for watching, man.